Hello and welcome to my channel, and for today's video I'm going to be using my jelly plate for making prints, which are technically monoprints, and you don't need a jelly plate to do it. You can use like any kind of smooth surface, really, like a counter or a piece of glass is big enough. Anything that you can make marks into the paint you put on the surface. So glass works. Glass works well, actually. If you don't have, you won't get kind of a knobbly texture that you can get with this, but knobbly, is that the right word? It's probably not the right word, but so yeah, this is just cheap acrylic paint from the works, probably. Yeah, it's from the works. When I look at the label, just look at the price, sticker on it, and this is just blues, and it's like a dark green, but it kind of shows up blue on there, and then some gold metallic paint, which you don't actually see in the end. I should have used like the red. I have red metallic. That would have worked better. But, and then I didn't cut. Hubby cut a stencil for me for a previous dragon I drew. It's just basic card. It's nothing special. If I had like film, like acetate film, it'd probably be better. But in the end, this stencil does not last. You will see probably if I don't edit it out. Now I'm just making sure, getting rid of paint because I touched the paint, and just pushing it down so that it sticks better, because it was some parts wanted to come up a little bit, and I'm like, no, I don't want that. It needs to be flat. And once again, checking the paint's dry, because I don't want blue on what I'm trying to do. So then I take some red. Now I should have used a different color, but it doesn't really turn. Well, it kind of turns out in the end, but use some red because I have a plan, which you'll see in a second. I should have washed the roller off. There's too much blue on it. That's what I should have done, or used a different roller. I have other ones. I should have grabbed one. But yeah, just making sure, because I don't want the red paint getting underneath the stencil, and it kind of, sort of it does, but not too bad. But yeah, roll, briar roll, or whatever you want to call the thing, roll it out. Like I said, it looks really brown here, but it's not. It's kind of red. Trust me. It kind of looks red. But maybe I should have used like a yellow. That probably would have worked better than the red. But, hey, this is all just trial and error, and just making sure things don't mess. I forgot to put the paint. This thing I had to reach to get. That's why there's a little leg there. This is just matte. You put in drawers, like non-slip stuff. I just thought the texture would look kind of neat. I would normally use bubble wrap, but I can't find any. So you can kind of see the texture there, which I think looks kind of cool. But, open a jelly plate, just build jelly plates, or any kind of like monoprinting like this. Just build up the textures to see what they do, and then go from there. And now I lost the paper. That's why this is not edited, because I'm like, yeah, I need to get paper. That's why this is not sped up at all. But my paper was on the floor, and I had to bend down, to get it, and then I dropped it, and I'm like, and then I had to move the roller because I didn't want the paint to get dirty. And then this is just cartridge paper, nothing special. It really is just normal drawing cartridge paper. I don't even know the weight of it. And then you put the paper on, and you use your hand, because the plate is soft. You don't want to, put holes in it. Hands are best, and you just rub your hands together to make sure that they look okay. And then you pull the paper off, and then this is what you end up with. See, you can see the speckles with the pattern that the mat left, which is kind of cool. And then, like I said, the dragon would look better if I had to use a different color, but I didn't, so it doesn't look as good as it could. But that's my fault, not the jelly plate's fault. The jelly plate didn't make any faults. It actually works pretty good when you take the time to use it, or just mess around with it. It's all about trial and error with one of these. So yeah, and then what I end up doing is, and I need a drink. Sorry. What I end up doing is taking the stencil off carefully. Just grab the leg. And this is when, because it's just basic, cheap, thin card, it rips. I'm like, oh crap. Well, it wasn't meant to last. It was just kind of meant to be for one kind of thing, really. But, if I, like I said before, if I had like acetate or drafting film. Actually, wait. Now that I remember, I do. Where the hell did I put that? I'm going to have to look for that later, because then I can make stencils that'll last a little longer. Because I'll print stuff on them, and then hubby can cut them out for me when he's not busy. But, because I'm not supposed to use knives. But yeah, so more paper here. And more rubbing, This is quite actually hard rubbing, because I want to make sure I'll get all the paint that's left on it. And then, I got stuck, see, because of paint. And then pull it off, and you can kind of see it there. But this is what it looks like in the end. I actually prefer this look. I just prefer the second pull rather than the first pull. I don't know if it's because it looks more like rough graffiti. I'm not really sure. But you can really see the texture from the matte on the background here, and then the dragon. Like I said, I've always preferred doing it, the second pull when I do jelly prints, which I haven't actually used since college, which was about 5 years ago. Yeah, I think about 5 years ago. So I'm having to relearn how to do certain techniques. So it's taking me a little, a couple trial and errors a little bit here. So I have a lot of paper I can use for like mixed media stuff that just didn't work. The colors didn't work. So now I'm just putting some white on it just to try to get a thin layer of white. If it'll come out of the tube, which, like I said, it's been about 5 years since I've used these. And then use the brayer, which I should have washed off again because it's quite dark, but hey, it works. It is what it is. And the whites just try to pick up any, like I said, any kind of color that's left on the plate. Now, I hardly ever wash my plates, and I should, but I never do, just because I'm lazy, really. And it can create really cool textures. I can see from leftover paint just dried on there. But yeah, so once again, trying to find some paper, which just went missing, and then put some paper down. And now at this stage, I didn't know what it would look like because I'd covered up most of the dragon. So it's like, oh, this might just be a purple black, and I got red paint all over myself. Purple black mess. But I see it kind of turned into purple bluish mix, so it's actually quite cool, actually. But you can kind of see the dragon. It's like a space kind of scene. I actually don't mind that. I don't know what I'll do with it, because maybe I'll take some pens to the dragon to make him kind of more in your face. And then that's the monoprints. And I'm closing the door because, the dog is looking at me like, what the hell are you doing talking to yourself? But that's okay. But yeah, so this was it done. And this is the second pass again because, like I said, really like the second one the best. So yeah, thank you for watching. And like I said, you don't need a jelly plate to do this. You can use any kind of smooth surface and just acrylic paint, really, or any kind of paint you've got laying around. I don't know, oils might work, but I'm not 100% sure. But you can try and see. And next Saturday's video is hopefully going to be the second part for the dragon dino that I did, 3D thing I did last Saturday, because I fixed it. Well, I didn't fix it. I just deleted what was wrong with it. So yeah, come back and see that.